Hey guys, welcome back. Grumpa here. Welcome back to Grumpa Grooves. Today we're doing a little bit something different. Ren, hi Ren, behind the scenes with Ren. How many times can we say Ren? You take a drink every time I say Ren, we all win. Winning with Ren. Alright. But, yeah, it looks like this was a live stream he did. I love his setup there in the background. I want to actually change what I got back here in the background. I have some ideas. Hope you might just like them. I know I'm going to love them. So, background should be changing here within the next couple weeks. Like I said, I have a normal day job. I really can't get much accomplished during the week, so it's only on the weekends that I can record these videos for you and do any other changes I want to make, as well as spend time with the family. So it kind of narrows it down to Saturdays I make all my videos. But yeah, hi Ren, behind the scenes with Ren. Looks like it's over 8 minutes long. You know, definitely check it out. Let's jump into it. If you want to see the whole video uninterrupted, as well as a link to Ren's YouTube channel, it's down in the description down below. As always, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And let's jump into this. Let me turn my volume up a little bit. I turned it down because I was taking a dumb DMV test for that new Real ID here in California, because, you know, California's got to be stupid. So, but yeah, here we go.
So that part, if you want to explain my sort of thought process behind that, was that when I first got ill, I remember saying to my mum, and this is going to get a little bit heavy for a second, so bear with me and forgive me. But I remember saying to her, I was like, if I'm ill for another year, this is like right in the first year, I was like, I'm letting you know, I don't think I can do it.
I hate the fact that he jumped right into it. Well, obviously it was a live stream, so he was probably talking about different videos, and he already probably started off, and then whoever edited this didn't do the whole thing. Now he's watching his video. So yeah, they probably kicked off and started watching the video. It looks like he's actually 10 seconds into his video. I'm 29 seconds into this one, but look down here in the lower left corner. It's probably really hard for you to see. Down here, 9:02, and he's at 9:19, it looks like. So yeah, 10 seconds into his video. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it looks like this video jumps right into like maybe where he's already talking about it, so that's why it was the abrupt start, you know. First I thought it was me, but it wasn't. It was him. So,
and I'm really sorry about it. I just can't. And then a year passed, and I was even more sick. And then another year passed, and I was even more sick, and I was even in more pain. And that progressed on for the next 8-9 years of my life, and it just got worse and worse. And it wasn't that it became any easier to deal with. It was because I eventually came to accept that I had to live in a body that was full of pain, and that made it a lot easier, because the more I resisted, like the more that I fought against that fact, the more I was like bitter about it and angry about it. Like the more I was like, why the fuck is it me? Why is it my body that hurts? Like why my friends get to go and live normal, happy lives? And
I mean, that's just gotta suck. I mean, I can't imagine. I've never been through what he's been through. I could probably say a large amount of us haven't been through what he's been through. So to experience it, you know, he can only put it into words. But I can see that, you know, like anything in life, you can let it stop you and hold you back, no matter what it is. And you have the choice whether you want to either let it defeat you or give you a purpose to move forward. And as we can tell, and as he's saying, you know, he came to terms with it. Said it's not going to defeat him. It's not going to, you know, stop him from doing what he wants to do, to live his life and to follow his passions and dreams. So, you know, I think more of us need to do that. A lot of us, present company included, let things take over us, and we use that as an excuse, where instead of using it as an excuse, use it as fire to light your flame, and just move forward from it. Conquer what you want to conquer. Don't let nothing hold you back. So
Go and get to experience all the things that someone in their early 20s gets to experience. I was really bitter about that at the start because I missed a lot of birthdays, I missed a lot of New Year's, just lying in bed. And
it definitely has to suck.
And it wasn't until I learned to accept that. It was just the cards that I've been dealt. This isn't why I don't speak about it publicly very much. Oh, give me a second.
Take your time, brother. You lived it, man. You are living it.
It wasn't until I stopped resisting that fact that life became enjoyable. And I know that I'm crying right now, but I'm genuinely, for the most part, very happy, even though I still put up with a lot of symptoms.
Oh, it still affects you.
And I am. It might be hard to convince you right now, but I am. I'm very happy in life, and I feel very fulfilled, and I feel like I'm doing things that I would have dreamt of years ago.
I mean, he makes a totally good point that, yeah, he may be crying, he may be, having emotions, but he's happy. And you can have both. If you're younger and you don't understand that, you can have both. You can be on top of the world, but stuff that you went through and stuff that is affecting you, you'll still feel the emotions from it. You'll still, you still got to deal with it. But it doesn't mean you're not happy. It doesn't mean, just because you're having these emotions of a terrible thing, a terrible sickness, whatever the case may be, doesn't mean at the end of the day, you aren't still happy. The good still outweighs the bad if you let it. And the biggest thing is letting the good outweigh the bad. Don't let nothing hold you back. And yes, I just realized while I was listening to him, the 902, 919, the whole video is 919. He's at the 902 mark, so there's only roughly, a little over 10 seconds left in the video. So, I don't know what I was thinking at the beginning.
So, yeah, I think that's what sentiment I was trying to get across, basically. That it wasn't until I was just like, stop fighting against my demons and stop fighting against the pain and stop saying why me, that I got a lot better. And I just was like, well, you know what, like,
accept it.
Could be a lot worse. And also as well, like, so what, like, let's make the most of these limitations that I've got, or let's use these limitations that I've got and turn it into something else, and try and alchemize it into something more productive. And that's why I feel very lucky to be in the creative industry, because I wouldn't be able to do that in an office job. So I feel very blessed, and I feel very blessed to have you guys supporting me as well, because without that I wouldn't be able to do that. And so yeah, I feel lucky, and maybe it's for a purpose. I don't think I'd have ever made the music that I did if I hadn't lived these experiences. It would be very different.
Oh, 100%. If he, unfortunately, didn't get the disease that he has, his music would not be what it is today. It shaped him. It brought out him. Like you said, once he learned to accept it, that's when his life really started living. So once he accepted, and once he, came to terms with this disease, is when he started thriving. And if he never would have, got this disease or went through these pains lived this life that he's lived, he'd still be a smart guy. But with this came a lot of wisdom. You can tell, he knows what he's talking about. It's not somebody that's like, just, trying to speak of, pain that's never been through it. That's why I always like talking to people that, have went through, frankly, shit about shit. Because I remember when I was younger, going to a counselor because I had an attitude and a half. And there was reasons behind that. And even at the teenage age, young teen, probably 13, 14, the first things I asked the counselor, when he was like, "Oh, I understand." "Oh, do you? So you've been in this situation before?" And as soon as he told me no, he had never been in that situation that I was in, I shut down. It's like, if you haven't walked in those shoes, yeah, you can sympathize and all that, but you don't fully understand what that person's went through. I can't understand what Ren's been through. Majority of us can't understand what Ren has been through. But because of the stuff he's went through, he can express it in his words. He can express it in his lyrics. He can express it, just through music and the way he plays his guitars. And, it comes out. Where none of us who haven't experienced that couldn't do it. So, yeah.
For a purpose. I don't think I'd have ever made the music that I did if I hadn't lived these experiences. It would be very different. I think I'd still be making music because before I got ill, I was lined up to do some pretty cool things with like Sony, and I was on a good path. But I don't think I'd have written a song like this. I obviously wouldn't have written a song like this. I wouldn't have written a song like Violet's Tale. I wouldn't have made that kind of music. So even though it doesn't sit in the sphere of like mainstream music, I'm very proud of it because I think it even though it taps into like a darker side of the human psyche, I feel proud of myself for what I've achieved.
Like I said, it taps into I don't know if it's darker side. It taps into being authentic. It's 100% authentic. It isn't a performance. It's authentic. It kind of like, it reminds me of Linkin Park, Chester Bennington. You look back now and he was singing about the shit he was going through. Simple as that. Same with Ren. His lyrics, his voice, it's about the stuff he's been going through.
Proud of myself for what I've achieved. Yeah. But yeah, and I'm gonna have to run off in a second because my food's probably ready by now. But yeah, thanks for joining me on the chat and letting me kind of talk a bit more about what this song meant to me. I just wanted to go into the very last line because I think that's my favorite line in the whole thing. It's what separates human beings from angels and from demons and from gods. And while I'm not, like I said this earlier, while I'm not necessarily like religious in the sense that I say I'm a Christian, I'm a Buddhist, I'm a Muslim, I like humans' explanations for the divine a lot. I love the stories.
Same.
And what I meant by we must remember that we are human beings is that we're not evil and we're not good. We're not either of those things. We are something that is a mismatch of everything. And we've got to embrace our own imperfections. And we've got to remind ourselves that if we're hurting, it's just part of the human experience and better days will come too. Even in amongst that pain.
True.
And yeah, whereas when we look at a demon, we see evil. Whereas we look at an angel, we see good. When we look at a god, we see powerful. We're all of those things, man. We're demons and angels and gods mixed into some imperfect creature that ended up on this floating rock in space. And yeah, that's why I like that line. Anyway, I'm gonna go and have some food. And thank you guys very much for joining me on this stream today. I hope, because it's my first stream by myself, I hope that you were sufficiently entertained. Doing this builds my confidence to do more of these sorts of things in future. So thank you for sharing this time with me and letting me talk about this stream. It means a lot. I'm certainly gonna go and enjoy my food, and I'm enjoying my release day, man. Like I said before, guys, I'm doing it all independently. So if you guys have any ideas on how to share this as much as possible,
I need to find this full video. I'll look after this to see if maybe it's in his live section on his channel. I don't know if this was on Twitch or on YouTube, but I want to watch this whole thing. I want to watch this. I want to see it. Let me know if you want me to, if I find it, if you want me to make a full video of it, if I'm able to find it. If you want, just put a link to it if you know where it's at. I'll jump on that. But let me know if you want to see a full video where I go through this whole thing. Wasn't quite a behind the scenes with Ren. It's more of a behind the scenes of Ren. So I really like this. Wasn't what I was expecting. I thought he was going to kind of break down how he made his video and all that kind of, you know, behind the scenes that you normally think of. So, but I'd like to see more of this live stream where he just talks about everything. I would love that. So,
bother everybody you can with it. It would really help me, because it just helps it get seen out in the public eye a little bit more, and helps make this dream even more of reality, because then I got more resources to make even more ambitious projects. So that would mean a lot. Yeah, thank you guys. I hope you have a blessed night. I hope you all sleep really well, and I hope you enjoyed High Ren, and I cannot wait for you to see what's coming up next, because it's cool. And the album name is Sick Boy that I'm releasing, and that's going to be dropping at some point very soon. I love you guys. See you later.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, got a frog in my throat there. Yeah, need to find that full video, that whole live stream. I don't know if he really dives into the High Ren song, but I need to know more. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you made it all the way to the end of the video with me right here, put a yellow heart down in the comments. I'd love to know. A little test there. So appreciate you guys. Love you all. See you guys real soon.